Guys, if you hear me well, please press 1. But if you hear me very well, press 10. So there shouldn't be any noise. Perfect. Internet speed is good, so I see that you are hearing me very well. Awesome. All right, so now stop. How many of you are excited to be here again as a part of the Marathon 260 students? Press 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 in the comments. Awesome. So now, if you've been waiting for something like this, something like you had in a marathon, and you are so excited about it, press 8. So very, very welcome all of you. So we are here, and today, guys, we will share with you some extraordinary things, so that I'm guarantee you that you will be very, very, very happy with the things that are upcoming. But the most importantly, today I want to ask this: how many of you are ready? How many of you are ready today for little training? Press 1. If you're ready, if not, press 2. Perfect. So then let me just a little bit tell you what we're gonna do and why we are doing this. Yeah, of course, like people who are pressing 2 and they are not ready for training, guys, you always have to be ready. You have to be ready and hungry for the next level, to get to the next level, to have more success in your life. That is like our mission. This is our aim, and you have to be ready for that. Regardless, this is a morning time, evening time, daytime, this is a holiday, Sunday, Monday, or any other day. So you have to be ready the way that we all are ready. Okay, so then I will share a little bit, let's say, story that how I get to this. And I believe that this training that I will share today with you, it blew my mind away. But the most importantly, everything that I have today, this is because of this training that I attended. Andrey Khovratov did it in 2015. And from that day, my life changed completely. So here is the thing. So there's what we will be doing. Today, we will be expanding our mind. How many of you like to expand your mind? So when Andrey did this to me, so at the beginning I was thinking, okay, so I don't understand what he's talking about, why I need to do like this. But then when we finished the training, I realized what he was actually doing with my mindset. So he was a little bit, like with the pump. So he was pumping, and my mindset were growing. So what we do, I want you to take pen and paper. So pen, paper, always you have to have. All right. And we are writing down my mindset. Write it down. Expand. Great. So there will be 1 minute for every single one of you. And I want you to imagine that there is some bank. Let's call it our UG Pay Bank. Our UG Pay Bank is giving you some amount of money, and you have to manage to spend it in 5 different directions. So let's start with $80. Okay, so you have $80, 5 directions. So that means each item that you are purchasing through the different directions, maximum should be $16. Good. Yes, Alena, you have today birthday. Happy birthday. I wish you today for you to expand your mindset 100 times than you have it today. Okay, so 80 divide by 5. That means each let's say purchase should be $16. So you have 1 minute. I will use my stopwatch. Okay, who is ready? Press 1 if you are ready. Great, let's go. 1 minute. 16. And you can write down in a chat what you are purchasing, like what you will buy for $16 only. So let's say socks for $16. Can we buy it? Yes. What else we can buy? Groceries, $16. $16 we can put in the savings. $16 we can put for popcorn, education. Perfect. So if you already did it, so then please press 1. VIP club membership, great. So that it about 30 seconds, and you guys did it very well. So every single one of you are getting promoted and you are on the next level now. So now the bank, UGPay bank, is giving you $800 same minute, and you have to spend in 5 different directions. Please, let's go. So you can write down what are you paying for. 160 now. Okay, someone is purchasing UNTB. Genius of Finance, Bitcoin. What else? Data mining, Crew. EIP installment. Good. All right. So another 30 seconds, 160 spent. Okay, so now let's go further. The same UGPay bank is giving you $8,000. Now you have same 5 directions to spend. Please, 1,600 each. What you gonna buy? Mortgage, Bitcoin, real estate, Ugain. Guys, this is all investment, so you are not buying anything for yourself. This is a hint. You have to buy something for yourself. For 1,600, yes. If you are buying car, please name what car you're gonna buy. Crypto mining, laptop, gold, MacBook. Okay, good. What else? Node, Lambo for 1,600. Come on. Van, iPhone. Okay, good. So 1 minute gone. So now everyone who did it, so you have your list, should be written everything. Now we are going to spend from the UGPay bank $80,000. 80. So it means 16,000 in a one piece. So whatever you buy, let's say for 16,000 car, what kind of car? 1 minute. Traveling, where are you gonna travel? Describe it. Toyota car, which year? New house in Sweden. Where? Range Rover 2018, yes, you can. Toyota Corolla 2017, yes. Okay, Mini Cooper, flat. Okay, what else? $16,000, ladies. I don't see your watch, all right? What kind of watch? Perfect. Minute is gone. So what you need to have like this, so the paper like this. So now we were spending 80,000, so that means 16,000 in each. And what I want you guys to do, I want you to notice how much time it takes to your brain to actually figure out what you're gonna buy. Because most of you, I just want to, make a pause here. Most of you, what you're doing, so you are focusing on investment. But I want you now to focus what you wanna for yourself, what you wanna in your life. If you are saying that I wanna buy, like I wanna help, through the charity, then you need to write down exactly what charity, how you're gonna do it, where you're gonna go, where you will find it. So your brain needs to work a certain way that you know exactly step by step how you will implement it. Let me give you a little example. So when I came with my wife here to Dubai, so we were basically looking for this certain place to stay. So that place should have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then if that doesn't match, so that we are taking this off. So, and what we figure out that when we set the exact plan, when we set the exact amount, what we need. So next step, what we did, so we were looking directly in a, let's say, place where we can actually find that info. Because if you will go, let's say, to the dating web page, you will not gonna find car. You can find anything else, but car, you should watch, on other platforms. So that's why you need to be specific. And you need to get something for yourself, because you remember what Andrey and all our mentors were advising you on our mentor calls, that minimum 20-30% out of your, let's say, check, out of your passive income, you have to spend in order to lift up your personal life, to have better car, to have better lifestyle, like a living place. To exactly, you have to reward yourself. You have to upgrade yourself. So you have to buy shirt. You have to buy, I'm not talking like about the just simple shirt. So what I'm talking about, some nice shirt. So maybe you will pay more, but this is upgrade. Okay, good. So I hope that you understood. So let's go further. The same UG Pay ban for all the people who was managing to spend 80,000 in a 1 minute is giving you 800,000. So that means you have 160,000 to spend in a one place. Let's go. Okay, tell me please what you're gonna buy for 160,000. So one item should cost about 160,000. Pay off debt. House in Amsterdam. House, yacht, gold. Tesla car. Yes. Land. Boat crew. Gold. BMW. Mercedes. So be specific. What kind of Mercedes? There are many Mercedes. So there are Mercedes, for, there you go, how much? 16,000, 20,000, 50,000. X7 2020, great. House next to the beach. Where exactly? Because, for example, here in Dubai, guys, I was looking for a house next to the beach. With this amount of money, I won't be able to buy anything. For $160,000, you can buy something, in the city center. All right, good. So 1 minute is gone. Who managed? If you managed, tick next to your list, tick the tick like make a tick. All right, so those who do that, well done. Let's go further. Mercedes AMG GT63S, yes. Tesla 2020, for 160,000. Yeah. Apartment in Dubai, yes. But where? Where exactly? World Cruise, home in Mombasa. All right. So everyone, well done. So let's go further. Now you have from the same UGPay bank, Andrey's calling you and saying, hey guys, if you will manage to spend $8 million, equally 1.6 million in each purchase, then you will be upgraded, and next month you will get more. Okay, you have a minute. Tell me what you're gonna buy. Build a house in New York, okay. Lambo Urus. Lambo Urus will not gonna be the proper answer. Rent private jet. Guys, Tina, please go to the Google and Google like how much cost private jet rental. Buy a plane, yes, you can, but for 1.6 million, you won't get good plane. Take a trip to space, yes, with Richard Branson, 200,000. Land in Australia, apartment in Gold Coast. Okay, invest on farm. All right. Buy big boat. What kind of boat? Buy an apartment in Mujimba, Queensland, Australia for my children. Chrysler 300 2020. Then fly all of my children, grandchildren to Africa for an African safari. Great, Carmen. Okay, so let's stop on this for a minute. Let's stop on this. But let's be honest, all right? So everyone today did great job, okay? But tell me, please, honestly, if your brain stuck either with 1.6 million or 116,000, if your brain stuck, then please be honest and press 2 in the chat. So everyone who is saying that your brain stuck, please guys, mark it at what price. So it was 160,000 or that was 1.6 million. Yes, that's what we are doing right now. So we are expanding your vision because guys, all of you, you are all here. You've been on our Marathon 260. So 260 days, you were training yourself, you were lifting up, you were pushing yourself up. And this is the day when you have to expand your mindset. You have to get to the next level. And we will exactly show you how. Okay? So just mark at what number you stuck. So for those who managed, let's go further, guys. And now we have by our UGPay bank, $18 million. So that means 16 million should be spent in a one purchase. What is it gonna be? Hotel, where? Where exactly? How many floors? One invest in a gold, basalt, 5 floor, retirement center. So guys, if you're watching the comments, then you can see that on these numbers, there are no such a quick response, right? Build the most amazing house free from 5G and build the spiritual standards in the Mediterranean. Okay, Mohammed, great. Create a diversified portfolio. No, guys, it's not about the creating diversified portfolio. It's like you need to tell me where exactly you will spend $16 million. So Rhoda Lecarna, Sydney, Australia, I will plant Cavendish banana for 1,000 hectares in the Philippines for export to Japan, Russia, and North Korea. Rhoda, well done. Who else? Buy 5 acres of building church and retirement home for my church. John, this is only one. So that means that you spend only 16 million. You have another 4 places to buy a house in London. All right. Okay, let's stop for a minute. I would go to Aitutaki and rebuild old shacks to proper homes, renovate youth centers around the island, help those suffering from poverty. Good. But again, guys, this is a charity. I want you to buy something for yourself. So tell me, please, for $16 million, what exactly you can buy? Car, yacht, gold, technology investments, oil, house in Sydney Harbor, plane. What kind of plane? Who's going to tell me what kind of plane you can buy? The price, okay, price of Cessna Citation Latitude is between 10.5 million, 18.9 million. Exactly, David Harrison, well done. So this means that you exactly you're specifying what exactly you will buy. So within the 16 million, you can easily buy Cessna. This is a first. Second, so who's Range Rover, house in the Newmark, World Tour investment, 20 million charity. No, you have to spend in one. So let me give you example. For example, yes, so private plane. What else? Private yacht. For example, take a look on a private yacht by Princess. So Princess or Sunseeker. So these yachts, they are starting, from 10 up to $20 million. So what else you can buy? What else you can buy for this amount? So you can buy nice villa overlooking Dubai, this Atlantis hotel. So what else you can buy? For $16 million, who's gonna tell me? Who knows how much, what is the price of the most expensive watch in the world? Rolex, no, Rolex is not that expensive. Villa in Bali, yes. But this is a house, like this is like property. What else? Patek Philippe? No, try again. Apartment. So what else, guys? What else you can buy? Resort. Grab diamonds. Yes, 55 million, exactly. So who is Mohammed? Well done. All right, let's expand a little bit more. So now the UGPay is giving you 800 million, guys, 800 million. So now you have to purchase one item for 160 million. So you have 1 minute. $160 million. Island. I will figure out then. Diamonds. Plane. What kind of plane? So with the 160 million, you can buy 2 planes. Very nice. You can buy yacht and plane. Skyscraper. It's 160 million? Not sure. So I like it. It will be 84,320 ounce of gold. All right, well done, Bob. Don't know what to do. Cruise ships range in the price of 2 to 350 million and come in all shapes, sizes, designs. It's rare to find a big cruise ship priced in less than a few million, although it's certainly not impossible. If you are seriously intending to buy a cruise ship, then you know how you will finance the purchases. Just find your price range. Private island in the Philippines, yes, you can. Okay, let me ask you this. Are you satisfied with the telephone companies, the internet that they provide? Yes or no? So then why don't you buy, let's say, telephone company with this amount of money? You can buy one and then change it and adapt it to yourself. Okay, let's stop for a minute here. And I want to ask you this, guys. Be honest and tell me, please, if you really, really, really struggle to find out what you can buy. Press 3 in the chat. Thank you for your honest answers, guys. And this is the reason why we are here. This is the reason. Okay? So now, thank you. So now, those who are still in the game, those who are still ready, press 1 if you are ready, and then we will go for a final number. Awesome. That is a 8 billion UG Pay bank gave you. You have 1 minute to spend it. Tell me what you're going to buy. You have 1.6 billion. And you need to buy 5 different things. Fishing company. I will buy country. Yeah, Nasser, now you can buy skyscraper. Football team. Hospital. Health center. I will buy Binance. Gold mine. Foundation for helping children, car factory, technology investment, oil production platform investment, car, yacht, gold. Bugatti. Yes, now you can. Basalt Technology and 5-star hotel, TV and media. Well done, Ludmila. I will buy as well, TV and media. Skyway. Yeah, and finally, Apple, Formula One. All right, I see that some of you are expanding. All right, let's go further. And now you have 80 billion. So $16 billion you have to spend. Sick, yeah, I know. Real estate, what kind of? Dreamland. Buy out Bill Gates. USA government. I will buy country. Walmart. 16 billion. Buy social media companies. Buy Africa. Buy Tonga. Okay. So now let me ask you a question. Thank you. So let me ask you a question. Thank you, guys. Thanks. Everyone, give a big hand to every single one of you because you did a great job. Okay? And okay, so wait a second. Thanks. Invest in the Ethereum project. Ethereum is the most privileged area and widely known as the Philippine Deep, which is located along the eastern side of the Philippines, of which the deepest Ethereum deposit, when viewed from a satellite, lies closest to Surigao, White House. Okay, well done. So now why we start on 80 billion? Because everybody knows that 80 billion is what? Tell me. Yes. The company, well done. Basically, our company shares are 80 billion. And every single one of you have some piece in that 80 billion, correct? Great. So why we are doing this? So I want you to tick the box next to that number, next to the number where you feel today uncomfortable, and tell me this number right now. Share it in the chat. 80,000. This is uncomfortable, right? 16 million, 80 billion is uncomfortable. 8 billion, 80 billion, 16 billion, 16 million. Okay, so what we're gonna do now? So now we will write down that everything is possible if I believe, act, and what else? Believe, act, and what else? Do, exactly. Do. Any dream is a reality if you first dream, then you do some activity. So basically you are planning, and then actually you need to do it. So I will share a little story. Okay, and you know that today you can see this nice background, and this is a GoPro event. So I would like to right now call up Mila Serdyukova, and she will share. Mila, you will have like a 5 minutes, okay, maximum 10. Share please before you attended GoPro and after you attended GoPro, how your life changed, how your thinking was changed. Mila, if you are here, so then please guys give Mila access to microphone. And welcome Mila Serdyukova.
Thank you, Armand. Give me pluses in the chat or give me a score from 1 to 10. How you can see me and hear me. Good. Now, I'm very pleased to be meeting you today. Armand touched upon a very important topic, which is to dream and act. And here I would like to support his words. Remember, at our marathon, we learned a topic. We had a topic, dreams, and we discussed what was the difference between a visionary and a dreamer. Remember, the visionary and the dreamer. I hope that all the marathon runners are here. Remember the very first session, we talked about dreams. So I see Eleonora already said that a visionary just dreams, and dreams have time and price. Dreamers plan and act. Okay, Vitaly says that visionary just thinks, whereas dreamer also takes action. Yes, well, a visionary is someone who is somewhere in the clouds. They want something, they close their eyes and they imagine what kind of a lifestyle they want to be in, but they do not take action. So maybe this is not the proper translation of a visionary and a dreamer. I think maybe it should be the other way around. So the one only fantasizes, let's say fantasizer, that's a good word, and a dreamer. So a fantasizer only fantasizes, whereas dreamers and visionaries, they take action and they turn their dreams into reality. So that's a better way to put it. And they will not just keep their dreams a dream, but they will make do their best to turn that dream into reality. And I heard that there was this event, GoPro, in the United States, in Las Vegas. And back then, Las Vegas was a land, a place that I never saw with my own eyes. I only saw it in movies. And I thought, would it be really that city the way I imagined it, a city full of lights, casinos, that people have no boundaries. And when Armand and I remember it was in London, we were looking for different events to attend, and we tried to figure out what we should learn in order to implement our dreams as soon as possible. And we were looking for opportunities for trainings from professionals in the network marketing industry. And of course, Eric Worre and his team were are role models for many network marketers, because they were the people who were the authors of the idea of launching network marketing events, and where people train and understand what network marketing is in general. And when Armand and I were looking for such events, we noticed that in the United States, in a land far, far away in Las Vegas, you can attend this great event. It was December, and back then we were just starting to develop our business. We didn't have a lot of passive income from our structures. We were in the very, very beginning, let's say square one of our professional growth. And when I started looking into Eric Worre's events, I noticed that they are both attended by newcomers and professionals into network marketing. There were already people who were making millions and more per year. We're talking about network income only. And of course, for us, it was, wow, it was a big amount of money. And I couldn't even imagine how a person can make $1 million from the network. Is it really possible? And Armand and I decided to fly over to attend that training. And the first question that I had, how I'm going to cover all those costs? How much money do I need to go to Las Vegas? And I started doing my math. From London to Las Vegas, the ticket costs $1,500 plus the ticket to the GoPro event itself. We don't want to, settle down with the cheapest tickets. We want it to be in a prestige place. We weren't able to buy the VIP ticket. We bought the golden ticket. It's not the back rows, not the front row, but it was close enough to feel the energy. And it cost, I think, around $500. And you had also to stay at a hotel, in the same hotel where the event was held, because we understood that if we want to be in that movement, I need to be constantly in touch with those people, that we need to be constantly in the center of attention. So when we were answering the question where we should stay, we said we're going to stay in the same hotel with everyone else. And it was one of the most expensive hotels in Las Vegas. And it took us also, I think it cost us $1,500. Do your math. It's already $4,000, the total budget, plus You had to buy a nice dress, dress smartly, because we're talking about a very prestigious event where millionaires come over, with people who would come who would like to learn, and we wanted to look decent. And well, the accommodation and table food, are not the cheapest things in Las Vegas. So I did my math, and the total expense was about $5,000. For me, it was quite a big amount of money back then, and I understood that it was investing into myself, into my business. Remember, at our events, we were saying that network marketing, and in our case, the multi-level crowd investing, has one big advantage. A person can start a business without really investing anything. But if we want to obtain a new skill, new experience, if we want to develop our business, then of course you need to be in the business people environment. You need to receive trainings from people who already took that path. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to take the best from the industry and start applying it to our business. So when I did the math and it was $5,000, I had really big eyes. My heart literally was jumping out of my chest. I didn't know where to find that money. But as it often happens, when you really want something, and I remember I wrote it down in my diary, like, I will be at GoPro. That's what I wrote in big red letters in my diary, that I'm gonna be at the GoPro event. You know what? Some incredible events started happening in my life. Partners started coming over to our office who wanted to invest more than they invested last month. The volumes started growing, and all of a sudden I saw that I have one more card that I can spend. And I was able to find that amount in quite a short period of time. And for me, it was one more proof that if we really want something, if we put down our goals and do the planning, the entire universe will work towards providing you those resources. And I have witnessed it several times in my life. Give me a plus in the chat if you were in the similar situation when you wanted something in your life and you had a certain amount of money in your mind, and then all of a sudden events started happening in your life for that money to come to you. And that's what happened to me as well. So when we flew to Las Vegas, it was something incredible. I remember I was sitting, as I said, it was not the front row, it was farther off. And I remember I was sitting there and was looking at the stage, and as a sponge, I was digesting it all, taking it all in, all the tactics, the success stories. We were looking at successful people in the network marketing industry, and we realized that we have something bigger. What they're saying, we can take it, use it in our business, and get even more bigger result out of it. Many people said that you couldn't really name the name of the company at GoPro, but you could say the sector. So, and there were a lot of leaders speaking there who were in the sector of beauty. They were selling biological additives, ointments, creams, etc. And they focused a lot on making a lot of meetings, many rendezvous. You need to ensure big sales volumes. And Armand and I were sitting there and we said, well, our business is at least $1 billion worth. So a person can invest $10,000. They don't have to buy hundreds of small bottles. You can close one deal, which is already like $1,000 worth. Imagine we have 5-10 meetings a day. We can reach 1 million way faster. And many people speaking from the stage, we're talking about such periods as 5 years. We could do it in 1-2 years. And that event, for me personally, was a key event indeed. Many of you know my story that I never did network marketing or I never worked in any other network marketing company. And at first I was a little bit skeptic, will it work for me? Will I succeed? Will I be able to, show myself, to make a statement in this industry? And after that GoPro, I realized that the network marketing is a very prestigious industry, which make people rich, and people can start from minimum investments. They can work across the entire world. We are our own bosses. And after that event, I fully realized the entire potential power of network marketing. And what I realized even more is how I can use it way more effective and faster in our business, in the multi-level crowd investing business. So I went back home from that event, and I had an incredible takeoff. I had meetings in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night. Especially after the event, it is very important to keep the momentum, to be still, hyped. And then I had an immediate meeting with my team in London. I started telling people about the event, what I learned there. Armand and I started planning right away. It was our first master profis. Maybe some of you participated in those events. Many of the things that we taught you at Master Profi with regards to business was taken from Eric Worre's training. Therefore, my life changed drastically after that event. And I realized that we entrepreneurs, we live from one event to another. It ensures our personal growth. It ensures our team's growth. We recruit and we become bigger and bigger, and we attract more and more people into our community, to our structure. And each event ensures our new financial takeoff. In 1 year after GoPro, I started earning. At first, I made $500, $700 per month. Within 1 year, my income grew as high as $5,000, dear friends. And gradually, from after each event, my income grew bigger and bigger. I started becoming more professional. And the money, those $5,000 that I originally invested into my education, into the development of my business, into the development of our company, paid off in literally 5 months. That's for sure. But what it gave me extra is the knowledge that I could use myself and share with others. And when we prosper, when we become mentors, when we become teachers, mentors ourselves, we grow. Therefore, such events, they happen once in a lifetime, really. Every event is once in a lifetime event. Remember, we had Avanti, they were a once in a lifetime event. And GoPro, that GoPro will never repeat again. And my first GoPro left an imprint in my mind. I fully realized the entire power of network marketing. I realized that we can do more. Multi-level crowd investing is indeed the area where everyone can realize themselves. But for you to become professionals, you need to train. You need to learn business. And it's all about attending trainings. And I very much recommend attending GoPro. I already attended 3 such events, and I'm looking forward to attending this year's GoPro in a new format, in a completely new format. And thanks to that new format, we will be able to attract even more people. It's business training, investment training. In our company, every person can grow rapidly. The question is whether you are ready, whether you are going to be dreamers or you'll still be fantasizer. Are you ready to take your fate in your hands, conduct meetings, hold rendezvous, and grow? See how many products we have. For you to become a professional, you need to train. You need to learn the business, and you need to learn from the best. Do not reinvent the wheel. Take the already existing formula, use that formula in your business, and you will see what kind of fruit it's going to bear. Today, my network income is dozens times higher than I originally imagined. I have quite a big structure today. I work across different countries of the world. Last year, my goal was to make 1 million from my network. Unfortunately, I haven't yet achieved that goal this year, but I'm going towards it. And I'm sure that in the near future, I will be able to achieve that goal. And those ambitious goals can be realized only in our business, in the multi-level crowd investing business. And training is the key to success. Therefore, give me a score from 1 to 10. Who of you is ready to teach, to learn business from the best business people of the world? Not only in our company, but in the entire world. We're talking about business people who already proved their worth in the network marketing, who know how to build internet business, know how to do the most effective rendezvous, where conversion comes from, how to work on yourself, how to do presentations. All those people have already become multimillionaires today. Can you imagine? And you can use that knowledge in our business, and it will help us get to the next level. We have $1 trillion market. None of the companies doing network marketing out there will even be able to get close to $1 trillion turnover. We can, because we created a new instrument, the multi-level crowd investing. But you need to learn business from the network marketing professionals. The business component will help you become financially independent and free. Therefore, act. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at the new version of this magnificent event. And I would like to give the floor to the next speaker who will share his experience. Bye-bye, everyone, and thank you very much.
Hey guys, how you going? If you guys can give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, a 10 if you can hear me well, same as Armand's, that would be great. You can see me. Man, there's some big shoes to follow there. Obviously, Armand's coming in with some great content early on in the piece, really to start expanding your mind, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you can just understand the gravity of that. Is something that I've been talking about now for at least the last 18 months, probably a little bit longer than that. But the sheer volume of income most of us are about to see is mind-boggling. It really is. And most of us probably haven't given that much thought to it. We'll find that we can get through that first 3 or 4 million, and then we're like, oh, hold on, it's just continuing to come. I've got to start thinking more strategically with what I'm going to do with it. And I think that's really, really cool. And then, of course, Mila, some great words there. And obviously the growth that we've seen in the company is a testament to that first training that you guys went to, on top of Andrey's great work as well. And bringing those ideologies back from Eric and implementing them very successfully, very, very successfully. So guys, I just want to share my experience with it. Now, I got introduced to Eric Worre probably pretty close to the time he started Network Marketing Pro. We were doing a project here in Queensland that was similar to what we're doing right now with our amazing organization that we're all involved in. We didn't quite get it off the ground like we have with this, but that's why when I saw this, I just went, this is the missing piece. This is the piece that I've been looking for. So to get, I always thought, well, hey, go and see one of Eric's events. That'd be quite good. And then, of course, Armand's and Mila put it up and they said, we're going to go back. We want to take as many of our team here as we can. You've got to come. It's amazing. This, that, the other. And I went to Vegas. And I'll be honest, I was kind of like, well, I'll probably learn 1 or 2 things. It's about, for me, events are about going and picking up those nuggets. And they're quite often the meetings outside the meeting as to where you pick these nuggets up. It's the little conversations around coffee tables. It's the little things that you never thought to do when you're sitting at dinner and you're hearing a conversation, you're like, and you hear someone from stage, you may hear the same content right? But you'll hear just a slightly different take on it. And all of a sudden the penny will drop for you. And there's nothing more valuable than that. You know, repetition is the key to mastery. And if we have to hear the same thing over and over again for us to get that lesson to be able to move forward with the power, then hey, that's what we need to do. But that first trip, it was absolutely life altering for me. That first trip for me was the end of 2018. So I'd been in the business just a little over 18 months. It had been a whirlwind. That 12 months of 2018, bringing me from January through to December, it had been a whirlwind trip. And that year, I think I'd spent the longest period of time I spent home in 2018 was about 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I just returned from the US only a month before. In fact, this time in 2018, this day in 2018, I was on my way back to LA to come back here. And then only a few weeks later, I was back up in Las Vegas for GoPro with our amazing team. And of course, it's more than GoPro as well. It was the Grand Canyon trip and the meditation that we did there. The sunrise and us crazy Kiwis in our shorts and jandals. Okay, maybe not jandals, but we were in shorts. It was a little bit chilly, but I'll tell you what, the experience was amazing. Now, one of the things that really, really struck me from Eric, is the power of events. And that's why I'm so passionate about the events that we're able to do with our company. They really have. I've always understood that events have the power to make or break your business. Events are where leaders are born. Now, if you consider yourself leaders, then you need to get to these destination events. Now, I say a destination event. Let's treat GoPro as a destination event. I know we can do it in the comfort of our own home this year, but we should certainly stretch ourselves to get the best possible position inside of our Zoom rooms that we can. And I'm sure we're going to hear a little bit more about that. But here's a challenge for you. And it's exactly as Mila said. When she decided, now break that word down, decide. It's from the Latin word decidere, which means to cut off from. There is no other outcome. You made a decision. You decided. Okay? She made that decision when she decided she was going to GoPro. All of a sudden, the opportunities started popping up for her to be able to get the money she needed to go. Now, what would have happened if she'd have put a bigger figure on that? What would have happened if she'd have said, $10,000 is the magic figure that I need to go? In all likelihood, the universe would have shown up in very quick time, that $10,000, because it's only limited by your imagination and what you want to do. So coming back to what Eric said, events are the key. They're the lifeblood to building your business. And you should move hell or high water to get to them. Now, if you consider yourself leadership, and look, there's a lot of people just in the English room here. There's almost 500 people, guys. So I know there's more in the other rooms as well. But just think about that. We've got 500 people here in this room alone that could attend this event. Now, imagine if each one of you brought 10 people each, and you could do it. You could do it very, very simply. That'd be 5,000 people just from the English room, English speaking room. That's almost 10 individual Zoom rooms. And I'm sure, as I said, more information will come about that. I'm pretty sure Armand or Andrey will talk about it towards the end here. But what I'm getting at, here's the key. Here's the magic figure. And something that stuck with me. I heard it once at that first GoPro event, and it's stuck with me ever since. Of course, I heard it again at the second GoPro event that I went to the year later. And from that, I also joined the Next Level Mastermind. So I invested further into my development because I wanted to surround myself among those professionals in our industry that are making multiple 6 figures and 7 figures. At Eric's place at the start of the year, there was no less than 15 out of about 60 of us, no less than 15 7-figure earners in that room. Now imagine being able to rub shoulders with them, sit down, have a conversation with them, have lunch with them. What sort of questions would you ask them? What sort of information could you glean? What nuggets could you pick up? And you can do that inside a GoPro. You can do that inside of what we're about to do. But the figure that stuck with me was this. For every one person you bring to an event, you can grow your organization by up to 100 people. Just let that sit for a second, simmer with it. For every one person you bring to an event, you can grow your organization by up to 100 people. So my question is, if you go to GoPro, how many people are you going to take with you? Let's have an answer in the chat. If you're going to go to GoPro, keeping in mind what I just said, for every one person that you bring to GoPro, it's worth 100 people inside your organization. The growth. How many people are you bringing to GoPro? 1,000. Nice, Ravi. That's a good figure too, Francis. Nothing wrong with that. Awesome, guys. These are the numbers you should be thinking about, because these numbers directly attribute to what Armand was saying at the start. How much money do you want? Then we can start thinking about how we're going to spend it, how we're going to invest it, how we're going to grow that for future generations. Now you're starting to get it. But think, it's not just about getting people there. I've talked about the nuggets. What about the basic skills? What about bringing someone there who perhaps is a little bit unsure about the whole network marketing industry? And of course, we're doing something different in that space, guys. We are multi-level crowd investing. We've got an edge over all the rest of the competition, but imagine there's still just that little bit, not sure. Imagine them going to an event where they're hearing from professionals, network marketing professionals, because we can be posers, we can be amateurs, we can be tryhards. And to be honest, most people in the industry are. There's a very few professionals, and they're the ones that make the money. They're the ones statistically proven to succeed. So think about that. Think about how you want it to affect yourself. I can tell you from my standpoint, if it's within my power, I will not miss another GoPro while I'm working in this industry, because the value of it's priceless. You can't put a figure on it. You can't say, oh, $10,000 is too much, $20,000 is too much. It's not. Think about a loved one. Think about a loved one. Now, if you were told that they had 48 hours to live unless you could raise $100,000, what would you do? What would you do, guys? Tell me in the chat, what would you do? If you were told a loved one had 48 hours to live unless you could raise $100,000, what would you do? Tony Pipes, yes. Anything, yes, Elena. And whatever it takes, absolutely, Armand. Guys, you've got to treat this sort of thing like life and death, because it literally can be the difference to you succeeding in this industry or not. Now, I'm going to tell you what you should or you shouldn't do. We quite often should all over ourselves when we do that. But what I will say is that if you're serious about growing a business and not just relying on something what if, like really taking responsibility yourself, then you owe it to yourself to do whatever it takes to get to an event like this, whatever the cost. Because the value you get from it will way outstrip anything that you need to pay forward in money to get there. That I can promise you. That I can promise you. Guys, I don't have much to say, okay? I just want you to know that it is an absolute life-changing event. My business definitely made a massive turn the first time I went. And the second time I went, I decided at that point that, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm still playing too small a game. Maybe I need to play a bigger one. But every time, every event you can go to, and let's try and get to all of our company events as well. not just this one, because this is an amazing event, but let's support our company too. Every event you go to will give you another string to your bow. It will give you another edge that you'll be able to move forward. One, to help people, raise them up, but also to push yourself further. And really, guys, I think the proof's in the pudding. The improvements, the growth that we've seen in our company can be attributed to what we've learned from this organization that we're talking about tonight. So look, I'm not going to take any more of your time. Armand said that I think I had 5 minutes. I've probably gone past that now. So Armand, I'll call you back out unless Andre is going to come out, guys. But thank you guys for your time. Appreciate you. Love you. Want to see you succeed the way you want to succeed. I want to see you have all the things that you desire. Anyway, guys, have a great day. I'm hanging out just to hear the rest of this as well, but love you all. Take care.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Mila. So guys, I promise you to share some story, but before I'm gonna do that, I would like to say this. Andrey, he told me this in 2014, when that was second or third time that I met him. So he told me this, that if you want to succeed in this business, you have to start to invest in yourself, and not just only invest into the theory, but you have to invest into the practice. And I would like to welcome on this stage today Andrey Khovratov, who is actually the man of the practice. So he is the man who actually not just talking the talk, but he is walking the walk. He is the biggest role model for all of us. And he will show you exactly, step by step, how everything that today was here shared between you. Because here, I want you to point out this. Only Marathon 260 students are here. So this means that all of you get already the bunch of knowledge. You already get the success in your life. But here is the next level. So today, all of us, there is about 3,000 people, guys. So these 3,000 people, we will show you step by step how to make your next year to match the figure that actually you tick the box next to the figure you tick the box. All right. So Andrey Khovratov, please welcome. And let's guys give a big round of applause to Andrey. Press 1, give some vibes, send some faces. And Andrey Khovratov, please come here. And then I will share story.
Hello, dear friends. Let's do our regular sound and video check. I have dressed in a sweatsuit on purpose today because we're talking about the marathon today, and marathon is about running a very, very long distance, right? So I have something beneath my sweatsuit. Can you see it? I will show it the entire image later on. It's quite an interesting t-shirt. I've been to Dubai and then I left and Armand stayed. And we had some very nice t-shirts made for us. Okay. Today is the 1st of November. It's the 3rd month of autumn. Autumn is the harvesting period, or when the harvesting ends. So, farmers, they gather the harvest, they prepare for winter so that in spring they could again plant the seeds in the soil. But quite recently, we had the 2nd of February. Who remembers? It is as if it was yesterday. Give me a plus in the chat if that's the impression, that's the feeling that you get. 02/02/2020. So this is my question to all the marathoners. Remember, when I recall it, it's as if I was 20 yesterday, 20 years old. Sometimes people say Andrey Fedorovich, because in Russia we say Andrey, and then we say the patronymic, which is the name of the father, you know, and people are asking me, are you Andrey Khovratov or are you Andrey Fedorovich? And I say, well, I'm Andrey Fedorovich Khovratov, Andrey, son of Fyodor, and the last name is Khovratov. So my last name is Khovratov, and my father's name is Fyodor. Okay, and you know, people usually call others Andrey Fedorovich, like first name, and patronymic. It's usually you say that when you're talking to an elderly, not elderly, but a senior, you know. And I never really felt that I was a person who should be addressed with the name and patronymic. I feel like 20, you know, 20 years old. And the same reasoning stands for the beginning of our marathon. It is as if it happened yesterday, you know. And the whole idea of the marathon was to ensure that our future is the way we want it to have. Remember? And that exercise that Armand made for you when the bank gave us money, back then, of course, when I gave that training to Armand, it wasn't UGPay Bank back then. But it's going to be reality very soon. Back then, I said the Universe Bank. I called it the Universe Bank. Imagine that the Universe Bank is giving you that money. Some people stuck at 8 billion, some people stuck at 80 billion, and some people stuck at 800,000. And when we were in Dubai with Armand, I told him, recall that training when we divided the amount to spend into 5 products, you know, 5 services, products, or areas. And one of the areas, as I said back then, that 1/5 should be spent on yourself, on your household, on how you're gonna live. And when we went to Dubai, by the way, those of you who were stuck in your amount, I suggest you go and live in Dubai. Dubai is one of the most expensive cities in the world. Tokyo and Singapore are a little bit more expensive. Just a very mediocre, modest house costs 5 million, not even in Palomero. In somewhere in the desert, it costs 5 million. So you go to the supermarket and you can spend easily $1,000 there. So if you want to be able to work with bigger numbers, then go to Dubai and you'll learn how to handle bigger numbers. So remember, I told Andrey that 1/5 of the income should be spent on the household. It's not only about, like, you know, buying houses. And we looked for houses for rental, because before you buy a house, you need to live in it. And then you have to live in a palace, because we did look for palace looking houses, and there were rooms for drivers, for the driver, for the gardener, for the housemaid, and then bedroom and were intended for you and for your guests. You need to plan for it. It implies certain cost on your personnel, but your personnel is there to improve your life, to make your life better. And so we went to the supermarket with Armand and spent $3,000 for everything that we need in our house. And Armand said, well, I hate it. And I said, so do I. But, you know, we didn't take along a person who would take care of that. Because usually when I go to Phuket, I take my driver, I take my nanny, I take my cook. Why would I go and spend my time in the supermarkets? Let them do it, because they enjoy it and I enjoy them doing it. So, you know, so this money exercise is a very serious stuff. It helps us expand our mentality, mindset. And I told Armand that this was the magic of thinking big. Because at first he thought that the house would cost $5,000 per month, and a more or less good house turned out to cost $15,000. And I said, that's the magic of thinking big. So what Armand did to you today was the magic of thinking big. But some people couldn't spend 80 billion. But our fund, our plans, is to raise until 2024, 2028, or 2030, $10 trillion, of which 8 trillion will be spent on the purchase of different kinds of assets. $8 trillion will be spent on assets. So after today's meeting, spend 8 trillion across at least 10 or 100 different areas, although we're going to have thousands and thousands of them. So when the first time I heard from one business trainer about the magic of thinking big, I remembered how important it was to attend events. Before my meeting with that person in 2004, everything was quite good. I already was making $7,000 per month, and everything seemed cool. And then that guy came along. I go to his training, and in half a year, I started earning 15,000. Then in 2006, I went to the United States event. It wasn't called GoPro. GoPro back then was even didn't exist or was only the starting of it. It was an MLM cruise. So it was a 5 or 4 star cruise ship with, I think, 5,000 passengers, or maybe 8,000 passengers. And half of them were network marketers from across the world. So I studied MLM business there and the investment in real estate. There were workshops on it as well. It was 2-in-1 for me. And when I came back from that event, it was 2006. It was November, if I'm not mistaken, either the 19th or the 20th of November. And in April already, and I earned $20,000 per month sometimes. But then in April, I was already making a minimum of $50,000. So that's the value of such events that give you that drive. So I'm going to tell you about one of the events that happened on the 1998, on the 1st of August or 2nd of August. I went to that event alone. And for me, it was like an explosion, brain explosion, It's like the gold coins started falling on me. And there are different metaphors that you can use, but this was a once in a lifetime event. So that's the unique nature of such events, is their scarcity. If when we talk to our clients, our partners about the product, either it's the security token or education or any other product, the GoPro, the digital doubles, the legal policy that we're going to have, and other products that we're going to have in our company, it's either a product that we always have, so it's a good product, you can always buy it. And our client always knows that they can come to us and buy that product. The business that we offer, our clients know about it, that if you do business, I will take a look at it. If everything is okay, I will come over. Who's had such situations when a friend of yours said, well, if you do well, then I'll come along, then I'll do it as well. I mean, there were many similar situations. But what never repeats, what's really real scarcity, deficit, is something that happens only once in your lifetime. How can I, being a rich person today, even when I become a multi-billionaire, a trillionaire, how can I repeat the events of 1998 on the 1st of August? Never. How can Mila, Armand, or Andrew relive the events that they were in the past? They cannot. You cannot reverse the past. You cannot gather together those people again and have the same energy. Therefore, attendance in the events is a very, very important factor in the growth of any person who would like to become a leader. Now, I would like to ask you a question, and then I will ask you to give me either one or two. So who would like to become in 1 year a vice president or a president? And if you're already a vice president and a president, then reconfirm your status. Give me 1 in the chat if you would like to become one, or a 2 if you say, I don't care, I already earn quite a lot of money. Oh, some people gave me 3 ones. Okay. Now look, thanks to the event that we're going to have right now, the GoPro event, which is intended for 500,000 people, maybe even 1 million, maybe 300,000, but I doubt that 300. It will be at least 500,000, because when Eric sets his goals, he knows how to achieve those goals without doubt. So see what happened with the mind extension exercise. Armand first thought that we would have 300 people. Then we talked it over with I and Armand talked about it, and then we said, let's have 10 rooms with our interpreters there. And I'm a network marketer. I know when a new brand is launched, and you can see it over here on my chest. Can you see it? This is our new brand, Evo Rich. By the way, would you like to have such a t-shirt? Give me yes or da in the chat. Average. So when you launch a new brand, you understand that we need to have super professionals in that business, and super professionals are born at GoPro. Andrew was quite modest when he said it, but he increased his check 5-fold, let alone yearly income, after attending GoPro. Mila almost increased her check 10-fold. Armand last year made it to the Hall of Fame. This year, Armand will again make it to the Hall of Fame because Armand makes $1 million and more in that business. And if they hadn't attended the GoPro, I don't think they would have such results today. So again, guys, who would like to become a vice president or reconfirm their status? Give me 3 pluses in the chat. And meanwhile, I'm going to show you something. Could we please put up the slide, Nikolai, that I sent you in this room and all the other rooms? Okay. I brought it in English right away. Hopefully you'll understand it. So today is the 1st of November, 2020. If you really want to become a vice president or president in 1 year, that's how you can achieve it. Today you are alone. We have a number of events, let's say until the next 1st of November, 2021. It may be on the 10th, let's say until the December 2021, because GoPro will be held on the 11th December 2020. And then it will happen for 3 days, plus our event, where we're going to give the summary of the GoPro event. And for the next 12 months, for 365 days, we're going to provide follow-up webinars, 12 sessions, supporting sessions. So after today's meeting, we're gonna launch the sales of GoPro tickets. By the way, give me a 1 in the chat if you would like to go to the GoPro event, and the 2 if you don't want to go there. Now, already today, you have the chance of buying that ticket with a discount, if I'm not mistaken, of 20%. The ticket price, the GoPro, is $300. And any of you can go directly to them and buy that ticket. Maybe some of you already did. We are selling an EIP that's called EIP GoPro, which includes bonuses, special bonuses. And Armand will tell you about the 12 months bonus. Why is it important? And now I'm going to tell you what it includes else. The exclusive game, Genius of Finance, the new version of the game. It's going to be 2 EIPs GoPro, and then we'll have another EIP GoPro. So 1 EIP GoPro will include the ticket to GoPro. Second, and it's going to be a GoPro event within our group with our interpreters, because we would like our interpreters to translate for us, because they have been working for us for a long time now, and would like them to translate for us. Now, the Genius of Finance game, which costs $350, you do your math. 300 plus 350, it's already $650. And a 12 months support of those who will attend the GoPro, who will buy the GoPro ticket. We're going to hold supporting webinars, follow-up webinars, in order for you to become most effective. It's $100 per month. It's $1,200. So $1,200 worth of supporting webinars plus $650. It's $1,850. That's the total price of such EAP. Or you can buy at $998. But now, for all the marathon runners, at the end of the video, all the guys in the chat will get a special promo code for 20% discount, and you will have to pay only $800. So a thing that costs $1,850 will cost for you $800, and we'll have only 3,000 such tickets, EAP 1 and EAP 2. EAP 1 will not include the Genius of Finance because someone will say, I don't need a Genius of Finance, I have the old version. But the old version is different from the new version because the new version is pretty much different from the old one. And this is such an extension of your mindset that I think which is even cooler than the one Armand told us about in the beginning, when you get $80 and $800, $8,000 and so on. Look, here's the plan that I would like you to have and what it's going to give you. Today you start on the 1st of November. You buy the ticket. That's the first thing that you need to do. So you haven't yet bought the ticket. That should be your first goal, to first buy the ticket right after this event. Maybe even, let me check. You might be able to buy it already right now. Let me check the EIPs that we have. It's not there yet. So maybe by the end of our meeting, it's going to be available. It will be available without the VIP club subscription. Yes, without the VIP club membership. It will be in the EIPs of the API. So you have this opportunity to buy it at a discount. Then on the 9th of November, we're going to have a very exclusive meeting with a very powerful person, and you will learn about it 2 days before the event. And those of you who are going to buy those tickets will be able to attend that event. It's not our leader. It's not our partner. It's a very pleasant surprise that you're going to learn about it later. Maybe Armand will tell you about it. I don't know. So here's what you can do. Give me a 1 in the chat if you already have a network of more than 10 or 100 people overall. And those of you, a 2, and give me a 2 if you have 10 or more people in your first line. So I'm talking about registered users in your first line, 10 or more. So here's what you need to do. Today, you need to make a list of all the people that you would like to see at that event. You make quite a specific list with specific people that you would like to see there. So write down all the partners that you have, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th level, 10th level. Armand and I checked how many levels we have. It turns out I have more than 500 levels. Armand has more than 150 levels alone. So write down the names by the levels and work with each level and tell them everything about that event and tell them why it is important to make a decision. I will show you several decision-making options in the end. On the 9th of 11, here's what you can do. You set yourself a goal of 10 people being there already at that event, so that they would buy the ticket and be there. If you're just starting, by the way, give me a 3 in the chat if you have just started working with us and you don't have a single person, because I remember every marathon runner was supposed to take 1 or 2 people to this event if they think that they have what it takes to become a leader. Okay. Then I recommend that you set yourself a goal of you buying the ticket and you being there on the 9th. If all of a sudden you're able to work with your mentor and attend the Ambassadors Council, then set yourself a goal of bringing at least 1 person. If you're already a marathon runner, then make yourself a goal of bringing along 10 people more. So if you're alone here today and you don't have a structure, so your goal will be to hold 10 rendezvous from the 1st of November to the 9th of November. So 1 rendezvous a day, 1 meeting a day. So give me a plus in the chat if you're ready to hold 1 rendezvous a day and tell them about our business. Good. And now, people, give me a 5 in the chat if you're ready to hold 5 rendezvous a day, 5 meetings a day. Great. Now, on the one hand, it's autumn, and for farmers, it's the end of harvesting and preparation for the winter. It's hibernation time. For us, it's the other way around. It's springtime for us. Now we can sow quite serious things, quite serious stuff. So if we make sure that we have as many newcomers to that event as possible, so that all our old-timers would bring along newcomers, so by the 9th of November, try to talk to at least 10 people. And old-timers could have 100 meetings and more. From the 11th to the 17th of November, I think Armand will tell you about it. It's going to be an open event, an open training that the GoPro team will do for all the people who would like to start learning right now. So, and if you're a newcomer and you hold at least 10 meetings, why 10? Because if out of those 10, at least 2, 3, 5 people will register with you from the 11th to the 17th of November, they will be able to attend the GoPro training where we're going to have our top leader, Armand Murnieks, as well. So the 1st of December, if you're alone, if you're one, just set yourself a goal of having at least 10 tickets bought from your team. So here's what's unique about that. You won't have to teach people. You need to find people who would like to do business. They will buy the EIP GoPro, and they will go together with you to the GoPro on the 11th of December. If you already have a team, set yourself a goal of having from 100 to 1,000 meetings, and your goal should be at least you plus 100 people from your team participate in the event. Be there. It's a very, very serious task. The GoPro will last for 4 days, 3 days GoPro itself, plus 1 day exclusive training from our company on what to do next. Because you must understand, it's very good if you attend the event, but if there is no follow-up, if there is no one to tell you what to do next, it won't be as effective. Whereas we are going to have one follow-up event right away on how to use that knowledge and for you to become the vice president and make it to the Hall of Fame on the 11th of December 2021. So even if you don't have a team today, you can have 100,000 meetings per year, and you can have a structure of 1,000 people and more. And if you already have a team, you can easily make it to the Hall of Fame next year, and there will be at least 10,000 people with you there. Hopefully next year, the whole lockdown will be a thing of the past, and we will be at that event offline next year. So dear friends, what I wanted to tell you as far as the motivation is concerned, once again, give me a 1 in the chat if you want to go to GoPro. And who wants to bring 10 people along? Give me a 10. What about those who will be there for sure? Give me a 2 in the chat. "100 people with him there." Give me a 100 in the chat. Look, I'm going to give you some motivational points that you can use. Or for example, you can say, I can't because I have this or that problem. Be honest about it. And I will help you with that. I will help you make a decision how all the problems can be addressed. If all of a sudden you decided not to go because you have difficulties with one way, there is already a product and a discount of 20%. So it's already available. You can go and buy. Here's the link. Someone already did make a purchase. By the way, you receive CRU points too. It doesn't say how much though here, but there might be a bonus involved as well. So you can see how much you save. So you have the exclusive offer. So I'm gonna buy the EAP too. I'm gonna buy it right now. It's a promo code GoPro. Here it is. So it's capital letters GoPro. So for the first 10 people who are going to make a purchase, there will be big I said big gifts, exclusive gifts. That's what I meant. Okay, great. While I was trying to make a purchase, someone already did it before me. Okay, when you make a purchase, you need to click on the button apply or use the promo code, and then it will cost 800 units for you. Not buy, but apply or use. I'm not sure about the English translation in the back office. So I already did the purchase, and it tells me congratulations on your purchase. So give me a plus in the chat if you already did it with me. There will be no installments. Someone says, yes, I would gladly buy it if I could buy unlocked CRUs with it as well. Yes, there will be a possibility for you to use it at the exchange. Janar, someone says. I can show you right now how you can have money in literally 5 seconds. Can I? Give me yes if you want me to tell you how you're going to have money in 5 seconds. Everyone who has a problem of shortage of money, I can show you how you can have money in 5 seconds. Just tell me who is the most important person in your life for which you can do whatever it takes. Someone says son, wife, husband, mother, father. So are you ready to do whatever it takes for that person? Tell me yes. Who also experiences the same, let's say, the problem of shortage of money. And I will show you that it's not about the shortage of money, but the decision-making problem. So guys, what about other rooms, other people that say they cannot afford, or only I can see, or only we have such people in the Russian room? Yeah, they tell me yes, that in other rooms we have such people too. Yes, people in the Italian room say they don't have money, but they will surely find it within 20 days. And I'll show you that it's not about the shortage of money, but the decision making. I can show it to you. Just imagine a situation that after our meeting, you receive a call and someone tells you that your beloved person, for which you are ready to do anything it takes, is in the hospital. Something happened to them, and the doctor tells you that we will do our best to ensure that that person lives, but you need to find $3,000 for that. Give me a plus in the chat if you will be able to find $3,000 to ensure that your beloved survives. Janar from the Russian chat, because we're having this exercise with you, would you be able to find $3,000? You say yes. See? Well, it took you 10 seconds to find that money, right? Of course, it's just a metaphor. It's just a story. But it serves to show you that it's not about money. It's about making a decision. Look, imagine that you are in a big gym. It's like 100 meters long. And there is a metal bar, which is 10 centimeters wide and 20 centimeters high. And you have to walk on that bar, and it's 100 meter long. And at the end of that bar, there will be a $100 banknote, or $10,000 dollars. I'm sorry. So would you walk on that bar to get to those $10,000. I mean, there is nothing really dangerous about it. You just have to walk on a thin bar for 100 meters. There is nothing difficult about it. Of course, everyone would do it. Now look, imagine you have two 100 meters high buildings. Across them, there is a very narrow bridge. It's raining, it's cold, same $10,000 at the end of the bridge, and you need to cross it. Give me a plus in the chat if you would cross that bridge, narrow bridge between two 100 meters long high buildings, and give me a minus if you wouldn't cross that bridge for $10,000, because you already, some of you wouldn't cross that bridge because it's high, really high, it's raining, it's cold, there is ice on the bridge, you might slip, you might fall down to your death. Someone said, I would use like a fishing rod and take it. You know, even professionals sometimes wouldn't be able to throw their hook at 100 meters. So I just wanted to show you how your brain works. When it's 100 meters long between two very high buildings, it's raining, it's slippery, and there at the other end of the building is your beloved person, and in 10 minutes that building is going to collapse. Now give me a plus in the chat if you would cross that bridge to save your beloved person, and a minus if you wouldn't. You see, in the Russian chat, everyone gives me pluses. You see how the brain responds differently to different information. Similarly, it's when you are at an event, there you might receive information that in that exact moment for you personally could be like a token, you know, like a something that would open your eyes. I remember I was at an event by a famous author, How to Build a Multi-Level Money Machine by Randy Gage. I worked according to his system. I had 1,000 partners of my own at the event who already worked according to that system. I was sitting there. I never left for the bathroom. And I went there for a really short period of time during breaks because I didn't want to miss anything. And I didn't really hear anything new, but one small phrase that changed everything inside of me. I already made $1 million by then. I was a top leader. I was a president in the company, but I heard one phrase alone, only. There. Those people, by the way, who will be at the exclusive meeting on the 9th, I will tell you what kind of statement or phrase I heard. On the 9th, we're going to have a person with we'll have a meeting with a very exclusive person. And at that meeting, I will tell you what phrase I heard at that event. So dear friends, I would like you to learn how to make decisions. It's not about just saying, I will make a decision. I'm going to buy on the 20th. But set yourself the goal of buying it by the 9th and have 10 more people with you. It's like a, you know, it's like a bet. It's like a challenge. You see, I'm dressed in a sports suit because, you know, we're both sports people and we're business people as well. But, you know, it doesn't mean that you have to walk around in a sweatsuit. It's marathon. That's why I'm in a sweatsuit. Because it's going to be not just the marathon 260. It's going to be the marathon 365. And my goal was to make it so that 10 people in the Hall of Fame would be from our company. And I would like it to happen next year. 10 people from our company in the Hall of Fame. Make decisions. And here, guys, I would pass the floor to Armand, and he has very important things to tell you. And Armand is the person who, with his own example, in 5 years, 6 years, in 6 years, I see 2 different people. He said, I'm in Dubai. I like it. This is my challenge because with my income, I don't feel really good. He has a good check. He makes $1 million per year. And he said, this is a challenge for me to make $1 million per month and then $1 million per day. So dear friends, I would like to give the floor to Armand. Armand, you have the floor. Could you please go back to the original picture with the GoPro? And Armand, you have the floor.
Okay, hey, I'm back. Thank you very much, Andrey. So guys, if you liked everything that today been shared, so press 1 in the chat. Say thanks to Andrey, thanks to Mila, thanks to Andrew. So these are actually the role models. So these are the people who did it once in their life and their life never be the same again. So I was the first person actually who purchased the ticket. So that's why when Andrey did it online, so I already did it, and that's why he saw that someone already did. So why I purchased this ticket, and you remember I said that I will share this story. Guys, you know my story till 2014, but only a few of you know this story. This is my story, how actually I started to grow myself in this industry. I was a person who never ever believed even in the network marketing. And what I did, so I remember that I was on several trainings with Andrey, and then he told me this. He said, Armand, you learn already everything from me. So what you need to do, you need to go and learn from someone else. You need to go and discover other trainers, like other information from the other people. And this is what you need to do. So what I did, I started to look and search for the different venues. And what I did, I went to the one page and I found about the Eric Worre. And then I saw that he has at the December this amazing event. So I never been in Las Vegas like Mila already shared, but I took that commitment. I said to myself, I said to Olga that we need to go there because I realized that something is stopping me. And honestly speaking, so please put 1 in the chat, guys. If you are check today, if you are making today from $300 up to $500, if you make $300 up to $500 only, press 1. 3 to 500. Because this was me in 2016. I had the same income. I had about $450, $600. So that was my income. And what happened? Just a second. Give me a minute. Okay, so hopefully now it's better. So no more noise in the room. So and what happened? I was starting to look for the opportunities. I started to work on myself. I started to do 5 presentations. I did it, one more time. I was making money in order to be there. So I remember that I purchased the cheapest ticket possible. The second thing, what I did, I remember that we were, taking, I don't know how you call it in a let's say Russian line, not the Russian in English. In English it's like a sandwiches, but in Russian it's like a buterbrod. So when you put on the bread just butter, and then on the top you put some let's say meat or cheese or something like that. And I was taking this with me for entire GoPro. And I remember when I was sitting back there, so I was looking on what is going on the stage, and I said to myself, the next year, I will not going to be buying the cheapest ticket. I will be buying the most expensive ticket because I want to be, involved in the top of the multi-level marketing industry leaders. So that was my challenge. That was my commitment. And then what happened? So that from the first GoPro, I learned so many things. I wrote like a half of the notes that I had, and I was literally using 3-4 different tips and tools. So when what happened next year, my check from 500, it rose up to from 5,000 up to 15. And there was a month that I had a 20,000 check. So that was, pretty excited for me. So I made my wish, let's say I made my dream come true. And I was sitting not in a like a top row, but I was sitting, we call it VIP. So there's a super VIP and then VIP. And then what I realized is that this super VIP, so that there are even, higher people, there are even better people. But I was greedy. Honestly speaking, I was greedy because I said, I will not going to pay that price just, to be one step closer. And that was the reason why, even that I was earning quite a decent money, so I didn't purchase the top ticket. But then when next year I came, so I realized that again, I can do more. I can be better. I can learn from, from the tops, from the best. And what happened? So I said to myself that I will make the upgrade. So when we upgraded, we didn't upgrade on that year. That year we went with Mila. And Mila, if you're still here, so then press plus if you remember how we sneaked in to that super VIP section. There was security, so they were changing. And what we did, we sneaked in and we were sitting at the table, with the super VIPs, with the 7-figure earners, and we were having this chat with them, and we realized how much we can actually gather from them, how much we can learn. And what we did later on, so we didn't tell anyone that we sneaked in, so it was like our little secret that I'm sharing today with you, because today I can. That time, so it was, I was a little bit shy, but then on the next year we decided that we will never cheat, because you are not cheating GoPro, you are not cheating the company, you are cheating yourself. Because if you are not doing that, you are the person who knows exactly what you did or not doing. You are the one. And if you know that you are not doing something properly right, so that whatever people will be thinking about, talking about you, you didn't make it yourself. Someone else did it for you. And this was the moment when I said to myself that every single time when I will go to the GoPro, I will be having the best seats, I will be having the best conversation. I want to build relationship with all those multi-millionaires. There are people who are making million a month. And then I realized, what? Million a month? Of course, it took them 20, 30 years. Guys, how many of you in this business already making 6 figures? If you are making 6 figures, press 1. A year. So that means about $8,000 a month. If you are here and you are making 6 figures already, and this company is only 6 years old, you don't have to have 30 years like others in network marketing are doing. So here are the 6 figures who are making this within the 6 years of the company. And honestly speaking, most of you are making this only within the last year, within the last 1.5 years. But can you imagine what's going to happen next year? So the next year will be bigger. And I want to tell you this, so that I made this decision, I did it to myself, and I'm not encouraging you, I'm not blaming you if you can't do that, but I'm encouraging you to start to think big, to start to think wider, to start to think much more, much more higher than you can even imagine. Because exactly, there's a no space, there's a no limit. The sky is the limit. And what you need to do, you need right now to take this opportunity. Because here's the thing. I will share with you what we're gonna do, okay? So actually, before I do that, press 1 if you are ready to take a step, if you are ready to be in this group. Great. I will be with you, and you know that I'm always leading the way. I'm always taking the first step, and then all of you can, join, and we can do it together. So what we will be doing, write it down. There will be step-by-step strategy. how your team will grow the numbers that Andrey already mentioned, how you will be able to achieve everything that already been achieved by Andrew Holt, by Mila, and by many other people who joined these training sessions with a GoPro. Then we came together, we did the brainstorm, we implemented in our business, and we have this result. So here is the thing. The first, what we need to do, so today is the 1st of November. On the 1st of November, so we have only Marathon 260 students plus they selected leaders. Okay, let's put it this way. Selected leaders. So you know that you've been able to take 1 or 2 leaders that you think that this will be good for them. So what we are doing next, on the 9th, there will be a special guest. I will maybe share with you who's gonna be training you on the 9th. But before, there will be 8 days. First is today, tomorrow is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. So we will have 8 different trainings. So what I mean by this, so we will take, we will not gonna sell you tickets. What we're gonna do, so we will come together with all the people who have these tickets or who doesn't have, but you want to have it. So you will have 8 days, step-by-step strategy, what exactly needs to do, what exactly you need to do, how it will be possible for you to attend the GoPro event on 11th of December. But more than that, there will be free training, okay? And that free training will be provided by GoPro itself. In the details, I will share this tomorrow, day after, and with entire week, okay? So what we're gonna do, we will put the strategy together, and the strategy is aiming for every one of you to have minimum 10 people for 9, all right? Yes, that will be GoPro online training. So guys, we are aiming 500,000 people, and myself and Andrey, we said that we want to have at least, guess how many percent? So if you will guess correctly, then I will tell you who will be our special guest, special trainer just for this group, for our company. Who will tell me? Sheldon, well done. Yes, exactly, guys. We are aiming to have 10% of those people who will be attending the Eric Worre GoPro, 500,000. What we're gonna do, so we will have at least 10%. So the 50,000 people from our company needs to be there. And that means that, guys, all of you, so 500 people here, so minimum, you will be able to have 100 people with you. Okay? Not Fraser Brooks. So Fraser also probably will join. So I'm just still, let's say, trying, to organize it. There will be another person that you remember from Hall of Fame, let's say, member, already attended our marathon. You remember her? Yes, exactly, Jessie Lee. So she confirmed that she is happy to be here to help you guys to make this event like the game changer for you. And many more people will be joining. So I'm telling you this, so that right now, all of us, we are not just purchasing EIP. We are setting up those leaders who will be ready to change their life, who will be ready to match that number that we did at the very beginning, who will be ready for the next big year. So this is what we are doing. So there will be, as I said, 9, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 8 days. That will be the proper training, what exactly we need to do. On the 9th, only people with the ticket will be able to attend that event that we are talking with our special guest. So after that, what we will have, there will be 12 trainings, or I would say 12 follow-ups. What I mean by follow-up, when I went to the first GoPro, for me, it was quite tough to implement everything that I learned in a business. So I need to try many different things. But once I went there, and when I went with Mila, when I went with the other team, when I went there with Andrew, and there was Petru, there was Wendy, there was so many other people from America. There were John from Vietnam, there were Khan from America. So all of us, we came in a little team. And what we started to do, we started to think exactly how we can implement everything that's been shared from the stage in our business and get the result. So that's why it will not going to be only one 3-day event. It will be the game plan for next year. And that's what we are aiming for, minimum 10 people, minimum. But I believe there will be more. They will, those people will be next inductee in a Hall of Fame. Yes, Rosalind, Carmen, Dr. Mimi, Portia, Leslie, exactly, Rita, all these people were there. And I really hope that you guys will join me in the next 8 days to share your, let's say, share your success story, to share your insights that you get, okay? So, and what we are building the strongest company in the world. You know that today there is no such a companies right now who are doing what we're doing. There is no such a companies who are actually going the new way, and that is the way of the multi-level crowd investing. We are building the biggest industry, the newest industry, and we call it multi-level crowd investing. So that is what we do, and we do this together. So that's why, guys, if you are ready to take the 8 days serious training to be able to get to the 9, press plus in the chat. I will be there. I will be doing this. And this, guys, for the marathon runners, this is a new marathon. Like Andrey said, not 260 days. 260, this is not the proper marathon. Let's do it 365. Let's do it 366, or like what is, how many days we will have? At least we'll have 1 day off, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. And drum roll. Who can guess from whom you will get training? I will tell you only one thing, that this person who will be giving you training on 9, he's charging for the group of 50 up to, I think 50 up to 100 people, $10,000. When you get in a smaller group, he's charging $20,000 because so many people want to be there. So this is the man that all of you know, Mr. GoPro, Eric Worre. On the 9th, he will be training only those people, guys, who get a ticket, who get the package. And now the best part. Here is the best part. Every single one of you who will have package, company is guaranteeing 100% that you will make minimum 3 times more money back than you invested. The company gives you the 100% guarantee that you will get minimum 3 times more money than you actually invested. And if you will not gonna make it, there will be certain things that needs to be done. Of course, like you will not gonna be just sitting, you know, on a couch and looking how others, you know, are working. But this guarantee is 100% money guarantee. More than that, you will be able to keep the other products. You get it? So this is 100%. We are sure of everything that we do today, it will be minimum 3 times more. If you put today for this package $800, the minimum 2,500 you will get. But that is a minimum. So we are aiming minimum $100,000 earners. We have to have at least about 1,000 people. 1,000 people who will make minimum a year $100,000. This is the best part. So who wants to be on the 9th? You need to purchase the package. If you will buy GoPro ticket somewhere else, you can do that. There is no any restrictions. You can do that, but first, you will not gonna be able to attend trainings that will be, let's say, trainings that will be provided by the top leaders. Okay, you will not be able to attend anything that is, let's say, based on a training from our company. So only you will be able to attend from 11th up to the 13th. That's it. So we will have a database, and only those people who are in this database, they will be aware. So the same that we had in Marathon 260, right? So we are building a new way with the top leaders in this industry. And if you want to be on a 9, if you want to get this information from Eric himself, then guys, we will see each other on 9. Yes, those who get a prize, so please attend tomorrow, day after, for 8 days. You exactly will find out what you need to do in order to have it, because these tickets was given as a complimentary. So that is only ticket. That will be all languages, Mara, all languages that we have today. I think it will be minimum 10 or 12 languages. Dennis, can you please confirm how many languages we will translate? I think minimum 10. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Other than that, I congratulate all of you, those who take action, those who are decision makers, those who are making decisions right now, and see you every single day. And we will be putting the plan together, how you and your top leaders will be able to attend on the 9th, Eric Worre himself. And of course, we will have a training from Eric, and he's, let's say, the top leaders on the 11th, 12th, 13th of December. On the 14th, we will have our own meeting, our own training, our own webinar, and then from there, we will create a game plan for the next year. And you know that what we have as a nearest celebration within our company, who's gonna tell me? Who's gonna tell me what will be the next biggest event in a company? Event is in October. March, exactly. This will be 2 years of our crypto unit program. 2 years of crypto unit program. So see you guys there. Any questions? This is only for those people who wants to change, who wants to see the big change in the next year. For me, guys, this is another training. This will be another 360 days training. And I would like to work with those people who are setting the big goals, who are dreaming, you know, very wide, who wants to be the top leader, who wants to enter to the Hall of Fame and said, I did it. Nobody believed in me, but I did it. The same what I did last year. And I didn't alone. All of you, you are part of this. Thank you very much to my team. Thank you very much to all this company. Thank you very much to all of you guys, because you are the part who helped me to be there. And I want to give it back. I want to give you the same feeling when you stand in front of this 20,000 audience. And when you are saying that you made it, that you are that person who finally get into that Hall of Fame, when you are recognized by all the top MLM leaders, when you are friends with them, this is a whole new level. This is a whole new thinking. And the most importantly for all of you, this is possible. And we know exactly how. And that is another, let's say, another milestone. I didn't share, but okay, I will share that as well. On this free training, which GoPro will have on their Facebook. I don't know if there will be translation, but they selected me as one of the top 20 recruiters in the world. Can you just imagine the guy like me who was in the 2013, 12, 11, carrying the bags and waiting when someone will give a tip, so now have an absolutely different lifestyle. And I know exactly how to do it in your life. And we will be helping you. So thank you very much for being here. So we a little bit took more time, 15 minutes more. Thank you and see you tomorrow. So the information will be held in, let's say, on the page, and there will be like a chat. I believe that we will do on Telegram, so that everyone make sure that you have a Telegram. So those people who will join the Telegram, we will be announcing when the next training will start, and you will be able to take as many people as you want, because our main aim is to make you as the #1 in this industry. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to serve you. Thank you very much, Andrey, Mila, Andrew, all our translators. Thank you very much, all of you, to being here and having this time. And I hope that we have very excited moments in front of us. Fedorovich is the best.